Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of the Football Show. As today we're going to talk about today's Premier League games and some transfer news that happened also yesterday in the world of football. So let's get started. Let's start with the Premier League. First game is the Manchester derby between Manchester United and Manchester City. Big one, always a big one between those two local teams in their own cities. I remember, watching Manchester derbies, when I was very young, and these two used to be the best teams in the league. From the days of Sir Alex Ferguson against Roberto Mancini, from the days of Aguero, Rooney. These two teams were brilliant to watch back then. As a football fan, general football fan, I have a good memory about this derby, because when I started watching football, these two teams were the best teams in the Premier League. So, yeah. But United, they've got their first game in charge with Michael Carrick. First of all, is it the right decision? They appointed Michael Carrick as an interim manager. I would say so. He did a decent job steadying the ship, calming things down when he managed United back in 2021, when he won a Champions League game against Villarreal, drew with Chelsea, and won against Arsenal. So, yes, I know it's different back then. There's a completely different squad that Man United have compared to now, compared to it was in 2021. But at the same time, I think he's not an outstanding manager, because he didn't do too well at Middlesbrough. But he's a decent manager, and he can calm things down for United in short-term basis. So a bit like Solskjaer, But yeah, United, City. Also there was another news from City's side that they're gonna sign. There's a here we go message for Mark Guehi, as he's gonna sign for Manchester City. I mean, that is an absolute travesty for Liverpool, but an amazing steal of a signing, a big signing for Manchester City. Considering we all know City have some issues defensively with they brought in Mark Guehi, and what a quality of a signing. That is an amazing signing. Huge of a signing, because we all know City have some problems defensively with injuries of Ruben Dias, Gvardiol, and John Stones, who is not always fit. So the fact that they brought in Mark Guehi is a brilliant signing. And yes, defensively they've got Cousinov and Max Elliott, who've been better defensively recently. But I think Guardiola and the owners know that of City that maybe they might not sustain it for a long time. So I think it's important to bring in the experienced players like Mark Guehi, who's a very good player, fantastic defender, and he's an experienced player. He's played for England, being Euros finals, won FA Cup. He's a fantastic defender, and he's for sure one of the best defenders in the Premier League, top 5 at least. So fantastic signing for Manchester City, and they've got a gem of a signing. They've got him for 20 million. I think. That's crazy, because Liverpool paid for him for 35 million in the summer, and they didn't get him. So, but yeah, great signing of an absolute gem of a signing for Manchester City. So, and you can clearly see City and Guardiola and the fans and the owners, even though they've won a lot in the past, they want that Premier League title back with the signings they've made. And Semenyo, he just signed for City, and he's been a quality signing so far for City, as he's shown in the 2 games he's played. So, yeah. But for Liverpool, it's quite embarrassing, considering they should have signed him in the summer. They left it until the final day, I mean, Crystal Palace even posted the farewell video for Mark Guehi because he was going to Liverpool and Liverpool failed to sign him. You know, it's Liverpool's fault at the same time that they left it on the final day for Mark Guehi and they let this happen. I don't know why they didn't challenge Man City to get Mark Guehi in the Jan transfer window. I have no idea why, but yeah, it is what it is. But for the Manchester derby, obviously it's a big game. United will try to play, counter-attack. I'm pretty sure of it, because I think if they go toe-to-toe with Man City, I think they'll get battered. If I'm being very honest with you. But if those players give everything, they give courage, they give heart, they give passion, desire, energy, quality, and they make it difficult for City, and it's a derby match. Anything can happen at the same time. So I don't think it's going to be easy match for City because United will be fired up, the fans will be fired up. It's a derby. It's always a big match. This kind of derbies at Old Trafford, no matter how bad United are. So yeah, I think obviously City will try to play their football, try to attack, create possession, dominate possession, create chances. Whereas United, I think, will try to play counter-attack. That's my opinion. So yeah, my score prediction. I think City should win, but it's not a guarantee because it's a derby. Michael Carrick and his players will give absolutely everything, and they'll motivated to fight and to push City. So yeah, and this is a very important game for Manchester City, by the way, because they're 6 points behind Arsenal, even though they've brought in some good signings. This is an important game for City because if you look at Man City's next 4 games and the 6 points behind Arsenal, Manchester United away, Wolves at home, Tottenham away, Liverpool away. I mean, the next 4 games out of those 3 away games are really, really difficult games. United, I mean, yes, I know United are not a good team, but it's a derby. Anything can happen. Tottenham away, I think Man City should beat them, but you never know. Liverpool away, Guardiola doesn't have a wonderful record at Anfield, so it will not be easy, and the fans will be motivated. It's always tough at Anfield as well. So yeah, my score prediction, I'm going for. It will not be easy for City. United will give a good fight, but I'm going for a 2-1 win for Manchester City. Sunderland against Crystal Palace. Speaking of Crystal Palace, not only they let Mark Guehi go, another news broke is that Oliver Glasner, he's confirmed that he will leave Crystal Palace at the end of the season, and he will not extend the contract that he has right now at Crystal Palace, which is running and expiring at the end of the season. I mean, he's done a phenomenal job at Crystal Palace. FA Cup, Community Shield, European football. I think he wanted more backing from the board, from the owners, more, signings. But clearly, and he's been saying in the press, especially I think after they lose to United, that he's not been back with the signings, and they haven't made correct signings. So you can see he was frustrated with the, lack of backing from the owners, and not many signings as well. So I can understand the frustration. Where does he go? Could he go to Manchester United after? Who knows? But I think he will get a very good job somewhere in Europe, a big club, because he's done the job he's done at Crystal Palace and Frankfurt is nothing short of amazing, absolutely amazing. So yeah, and he's won true trophies at Crystal Palace, and he could even win 3 because they got the Conference League coming up. So yeah. Now let's move on to Sunderland against Crystal Palace. I'm going for 2-2 draw. Chelsea against Brentford. Will not be an easy game for Chelsea. I mean, Brentford are a good side. They'll give Brighton how well they've done this season. The 5th. Keith Andrews has done a phenomenal job, and obviously one of their characteristics, their specialists and their strengths under Keith Andrews is obviously set pieces and throw-ins. But they do more than that, in my opinion. They are very good going forward. They attack really, really well. It's not like they've got a quality striker like Igor Tudor. Will not be easy game for Chelsea. Igor Thiago. Sorry, not Igor Tudor. What I'm saying. I mean, Chelsea, they lost against Arsenal and they should have lost more, if I'm being very honest. I'm going for a 1-1 draw in this one. I don't think Chelsea will win. I think Brentford will get a point. Liverpool against Burnley, I mean, quite embarrassing Liverpool to let the Guehi thing happen when it was in their control and they should have signed him like months ago. So what does this mean for, I mean, the owners of Liverpool have to be very honest. Liverpool had that signing in control, especially in the summer, and they left it to the final day of the transfer window. And Crystal Palace even posted a farewell video, and they couldn't even get the deal over the line. And even when you should sign them in January, other clubs still of Liverpool. I mean, the owners of Liverpool have themselves to blame. They clearly have themselves to blame. But Liverpool need to sign a defender, an experienced, good defender, because defensively they've been absolutely all over the place this season. So, yeah. But they've got Burnley at home. Should be an easy win for them, surely. I'll go for a 3-1 win for Liverpool. Tottenham against West Ham. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Tottenham. Leeds United against Fulham. I'm going for a 2-2 draw. And final game, Nottingham Forest against Arsenal. Nottingham Forest, they've been kind of an up and down form in the last, since Sean Dyche arrived. I would say they've been kind of up and down form. They've had difficult results like the FA Cup one, where they lost to Wrexham in FA Cup, but then they've had good results in the Premier League, where they beat Tottenham, where they beat Liverpool away 3-0. So yeah, they've not been that consistently good. They've been okay. There is a reason why they're 17th in the Premier League. Whereas Arsenal, they are performing absolutely incredibly well. They're winning a lot of games now, and they're top of the league. They're in front for all competitions. How many competitions do I think Arsenal could win out of those 4 competitions, if I'm being very honest? I think Carabao Cup is quite winnable. Obviously, if I expect them to qualify for the final, and they've got City in the final, which is not going to be easy, because City are experienced in terms of winning these kind of trophies, but they've got City in the final, and Guardiola, potentially Arteta against Guardiola in the final at Wembley, so they could win that. The Premier League, I think that the favourites to win the Premier League right now. I think they should win it with the current state they're in compared to the other teams. I think they should win the Premier League. FA Cup, they have a great historical record in the FA Cup, so maybe they could win there. Champions League, they are one of the best teams in the world, in Europe right now. The current state that Arsenal are in. However, they're gonna need a lot of luck with the draw, so it's difficult to say whether they're gonna win it or not. But realistically, I think they've got two great opportunities for winning those competitions: is the Carabao Cup and the Premier League. FA Cup, maybe. Champions League, maybe even so. But I think 2 competitions they have a good opportunity in winning is the Carabao Cup and the Premier League. I really think so. So I can't predict the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup final really, because in the final you never know what can happen. But yeah, that's my opinion. But they've got a tricky game away from home against Nottingham Forest. Obviously they'll play after City would have played against United, so it depends. It could depend on how Arsenal approach this game. Who knows? It could change. But it will not be an easy game. Sean Dyche sides are always difficult. They're always physical. They're always difficult to play against. They're always not easy to play against. Always strong, mostly defensively organized. So it will not be an easy game for Arsenal. And City ground, I think they drew 0-0 there last year, Arsenal. And I remember that game. They lacked a focal number 9 in that one. Now they have a number 9 who has not been at his best, but he's showing signs that he can be a very good striker for Arsenal in the future. I think Joker is. So, yeah. But will not be easy game for Arsenal. Nottingham Forest is a difficult side, difficult team to play against. They can be good, I want at their best, they're a difficult team to play against for anybody. Difficult to beat, I should say. So, yeah. My score prediction, I still expect Arsenal to win. I'm going for 1-0 win for Arsenal. That's it, guys. Thank you. I wish you have a nice day. See you next time, and goodbye.